What's up, guys? I'm the Wrestlegamer. Welcome back to Let's Play Sakura Maid 2 right here on the arcade. On the last episode, we met Alice, who apparently... it makes me wonder about the time setting of this game, because she's considered a mage, but also a botanist. And I think there was an age during our history, or whatever, that where people who were into like the newer sciences that were yet to be discovered were called mages or something like that. It was a word they used like 100 years ago or something like that.
You're right, Jimmy.
I'm not sure if she is, but I'm pretty sure people on the YouTube video don't want to know. And trust me, I don't feel like explaining. But it kind of makes me feel like, you know, the setting of the game is 100 years ago, because of the fact that one of the things they used to describe people who were into like the newer sciences that they couldn't explain, like botany, for example, were called mages. So, because they don't give a specific time period as to where this game is from. And let's just say Cena had some fun on a plant. My head hurts. But you guys requested this. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Anyway. I take it you are satisfied now? I am, thank you. Well, I think Cena's satisfied. Would you like me to show you the guest bedroom? You do look rather tired after all. From doing what? She just stood around and watched. Well, she did say she was tired when she came in the door. Some sleep would be good. Please follow me then. I'm sorry, something my sister just screamed out was kind of funny. I'm sorry. As she follows me, she looks curiously at every door. Your master's bedroom would be here somewhere, wouldn't it? Yes, but I am not allowed in there without permission. It would be best to practice discretion. Okay, something doesn't look right here. Corey, can you come see for a second? I think they messed up an animation, because it looks like she was supposed to be smiling right now, but there's just 2 dots on her face. I mean, on Alice's face, huh? Alright, you can see on her face, she has the inquisitive look, which explains anything. She's supposed to be smiling. Do you see that? She doesn't. It's just 2 dots. They didn't finish the animation of the smile.
There's nothing.
It looks like she's something like a creeped out sci-fi zombie roid or something like that.
What's that movie? What's the one?
Like Invasion of the Bodies.
Silent, the nurses on Silent.
Oh yeah,
Come out.
yeah.
Let's spray something in Mom's room.
Oh jeez, I can just tell that she wants to know what's inside Master's room. So,
Don't kill Nana with that one.
well, it might be a good idea for you to go throw it out, Jen. Since
I changed it.
she
Somebody else can throw it out. I did my duty by that time.
since she is a mage, then perhaps she would be able to make sense of the objects in Master's room. But it,
Sorry, I'm still kind of diffused.
I'm sorry. Oh man. Let's just say my sister's a few fries short of a Happy Meal, but a guest must not overstep their boundaries.
Try not to deal with pickle.
Say, put off the rock. That's what it smells like.
This is a guest room. I hope you find it sufficient. Thank you.
Yeah, you laughing. Somebody else had to change your shit. That's why. He's like, you gotta take my pickle.
People who are watching this are getting more than what they bargained for.
Well, people who watch this obviously have had to change a diaper once in a while.
I will not stay too long though.
There is something in baby food that makes this shoot out.
Stop!
Oh, the crap!
Please stop!
Oh my god!
Stop! Oh my god!
This could make a skunk cry.
Okay, alright, enough already. Please do not rush yourself.
God, y'all are insane.
She quietly opens the door and slips inside the room. Goodness, what an unusual guest we have today.
Huh?
I said I'm putting her some fresh powder.
Normally they have some deal of discretion. This would have been worse if I played Cards Against Humanity. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No, I had to fight poop out of somebody's ass crack. I'm not in the best mood. Something.
But she just flat out admits to me that she is involved with magic or something along those lines. It is refreshing in some way. Do I believe in magic necessarily? People in this house right now are going crazy. Well, there are a lot of unusual things in this place, but I never really paid it any mind.
That's like Xenophobia princess.
I deal with things which aren't so magical, such as the ever-returning dust and black spots which soap and hot water simply cannot remove. If only I were a mage, life would be so much easier for me. Imagine if I could just flick a wand and make all of the work do itself.
I can't wait to see John Cena with the card up tomorrow. That's gonna be fun.
But would Master be happy about that? Oddly enough, the main character's name in this game is Cena, with an S though. Part of what makes the work so important is that it is not easy to accomplish. Presuming that Master knows anything about magic, why would she need to hire staff to clean for her if she could just magic the dirt and grime away? Right, it's all about the hard work. I must not get lazy. Anyway, our guest appears to be comfortable, so I best return to my duties. Now that I have done all of those tasks on Master's list, it feels like there is remarkably little to be done. The dust is resettling, of course, but it does not take much effort to sweep it away again. Perhaps I should check on our guest again and ensure that she is fine. Excuse me, Miss Alice? I lightly rap on her chamber door. Maybe that should be tap instead of rap. How do you rap on a door? You take like just a big piece of paper and just go all up around the door saying, "Hey, I'm wrapping this paper on your door." Do you need anything? Door opens up and Alice steps out. There is something you could help me with, actually. Yes, I will do whatever I can to aid you. I know that you're very particular about discretion, but could you please tell me more about this manor? I will answer when I feel it is appropriate. But keep in mind that I will not reveal any private details about my master or her work. I understand.
Oh my god, somebody invented something to make your toilet bowl glow in the dark.
Some people have no... Gee, really? Wow. So how old is this manor? Do you know anything about its history? I am afraid I do not know anything about the manor itself. Only that it has been renovated many times in the past. Whatever this manor was originally, I cannot say for sure. Interesting. Your master has certainly picked an interesting place to seclude herself in. Well, it is a lovely manor and has an excellent view of the surrounding countryside. I would like to think that she picked it for those reasons. Not only that, but all of the natural energies in this area seem to converge in this place. Converge? Natural energies? It's a good place for magic, in other words. How interesting. Maybe that would explain a lot of the unexplainable things around here, too. I have only spoken with your master a handful of times, but when I spoke to her, it was an incredible experience. She is truly a figure that will define the next era. I am happy that my master is able to achieve such wondrous things. It's more important than just wondrous things. She truly is a gifted person, unlike any I have met before. And I have met many different people in my line of work. This woman, it seems like she sincerely admires Master. I am not sure how sociable I should be with her. On one hand, I'm happy to have company. On the other, I think she may be a bit too curious for her own good. Uh-oh, then she's going to pull a knife out of her stocking and kill her. No, she's not. Can we not have copyrighted music play in the background, please? That same nagging curiosity is starting to creep along the edges of my mind. But I must remember my discretion. Many people admire Master. I am not sure what she does, but whatever it is, I will do my best to support her. How long have you spent in this manner with her? Quite some time, I assure you. And you still do not know about what she does? Like I said, discretion is one of the key qualities that my master needs in a servant. You are an unusual maid. But I suppose an unusual master needs an unusual maid to work for her. Well, and they really misspelled unusual. They had it as U-N-S-U-L-A-L. You think they would fix... you think they would check for typos in here, but I've seen countless typos in these games. Oh my, I would like to... oh my, I would not like to think myself unusual. I am just an ordinary maid working in a not-so-ordinary household. She just looks at me quizzically. I guess when you look at somebody quizzically, it means like an I don't know look. Yeah, I know. Dismissing yourself as ordinary is doing yourself a disfavor, don't you think? Everyone is special, unusual, unique, quirky. There's a little bit of that in everyone. I object to that, Your Honor. Some more than others, of course. I object, Your Honor. But don't you think you're downplaying your role a bit too much? Whatever could you mean? This is my job and I do it. There is nothing special about cleaning stains and sweeping up dust. I am a very ordinary maid. She seems to give up. Well, I still think that you're out of the ordinary. It would require a special maid to work in a household like this. If that is your opinion, then it is not my place as a servant to challenge you on it. Since you are a guest of this manor, I will accommodate you to the best of my ability. Really, you don't have to do that. Your master isn't here, and I already told you that I'm not a noble. Does being a mage not require you to also be a noble? Well, no. It's more or less something you earn with dedicated study. So you don't have to act as though you're beneath me. I think you're misunderstanding my position entirely. My job is to make you more comfortable. So could you just be yourself then? That would make me a lot more comfortable. Oh, well, I suppose I could try that for a while. For a moment, we just stand there awkwardly. So what do you usually do when you aren't working? Sleeping, bathing, or on my afternoon tea time break? I see, so you don't get a lot of time off work. No, but I am content with my job. Right. You really don't get out of this manor often, do you? Don't you ever get lonely by yourself? Oh, you do not need to worry about me. I am used to Master being away for long amounts of time. But isn't it wrong to leave one poor cute maid to do this all by herself? Cute, you say? Oh, right. Sorry, that just sort of slipped out. But I do think you look really cute. Your master is lucky to have such a lovely looking maid working for her. So thank you, I suppose. Oh my. Does she think I'm attractive? Goodness, how am I supposed to feel about that? Well, we saw it in Sakura Fantasy. I'm not going to be surprised if we saw it here. Anyway, could you show me the garden again? Really? 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 You want to go back to the garden, Alice, that badly? I thought I saw another species in there that might be worth investigating. Yeah, I mean, I would put that up in air quotations, investigating. That is fine. Why am I acting like an awkward girl with a crush? I'd best keep an eye on her this time. After all, Master would not be pleased if any of her precious plants were damaged. But this woman seems to know what she's doing. This time she brought a number of vials with her. Whatever you plan to do... Let me reread that. Whatever do you plan to do with those, Miss Alice? I just want to take some samples. Just some nectar and other things. I promise I won't hurt any of them. Well, all right. Nonetheless, I would like to supervise. That is fair enough. Carefully, she takes one of the flowers and begins to lightly tap on it. Pollen shakes loose from its petals, collecting into the vial she's holding underneath it. Finally, a sample of solar daisy pollen. There are a number of different things I can do with this. I have no doubt. Although she describes herself as a mage, I have not seen anything that could be described as magical yet. May I plant something here myself? I have not found a suitable home for this seed. And it's of a rare species. I'm sure your master would be willing to accept it as payment. Well, if you wish to use this to pay for your lodgings, I'm sure my master would be very happy to have a new addition to the garden. While I would normally say no, Master does love her exotic species. And this mage seems to know them very well. Alright. She finds a clearing and pulls out what appears to be a green striped seed. Here you go, little fellow. She plants it into the ground. It only takes a few seconds before I see something shifting in the soil. Oh my! How fast is it growing? It's famous for its explosive growth. It's then that I see roots and branches growing up her legs. My eyes grow wide as it begins slipping underneath her robes. My honored guest, there seems to be a problem. Oh no, there's no problem. These seeds are infamous for this kind of behavior. I'm just here in stunned silence. I see. It seems my master is not the only one with an appreciation of plants. And to my surprise, she begins disrobing. Ugh. Oh. Oh, yes. The roots began to climb all over her body, holding her firmly in place. She seems very eager to feel them pressing against her. One particular thick root goes up across her stomach. She becomes wrapped in more vines. They give her sensitive flesh a testing squeeze. Oh, you're a particularly naughty one, aren't you? I'm certain that most people will be highly confused by the scene in front of them. Yeah, that's an understatement. After being through Master's Garden so many times, I do not seem fazed by something like this. Yeah, of course you wouldn't, Cena. Although I am starting to feel a little... just a little bit... The root begins to make a pistoning motion, causing her... Now that's very nice. She seems to be enjoying herself. Again, makes me... There's no surprise that you can't find any men in this universe. I'm not reading that statement. If it weren't for the vines, I would be able to see everything. Well, I can see it for sure. Oh my. I cannot help but stare at the way she bounces as she begins to move along the vines. Constant rubbing. Just from a glance I can tell how hard. The look on her face too. It's one of pure delight. These are some sickos. Now the vine begins to move differently. She lets out a squeal of delight. Its texture is almost rubbery from what I can see. I can only imagine what it feels like. Bumping, caressing. I'm finding myself being easily carried away. The scene in front of me begins to escalate. The vine begins to pick up the pace. Her body shakes with each movement. And sure enough, the vine gives one last strong push. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys can read for yourself. I'm not reading it. She just looks up and smiles at me. It's normal. Yeah, sure, that's normal. But enjoyable. Well, on that note, guys and gals, I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode. If you guys like this video, be sure you slam that like button like a champ. And if you want to see more of Sakura Maid 2 here on the arcade, well, you know the way to do it. You got to hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon to turn on notifications, so that way you never miss out on another video right here on my channel. So with that being said, I'm your friendly neighborhood WrestleGamer, and I will see you next time right here on WGS-TV. Bye, guys!